Look at the line to get into Arches National Park. It's crazy backed up. On the way to Canyonlands National Park, we're going to the Needles District, and I just really like these snow-covered mountains and wanted to share them with you along the way. Are we gonna get to see the hole in the rock? Nope. Just got done a newspaper rock with the scribblings or the petroglyphs. We're going down the canyon into Canyonlands National Park, the Needles area. This is what it's developing into. Looks like we're going deeper into the canyon. Getting deeper in the canyon. We have wooden shoe arch right here. I'm on the scenic drive in the Needles district of Canyonlands National Park. So this is where there's supposed to be a river right here. And another river right up here. And then they meet together and go down here in the canyon. But the riverbed is dry today, so no go on that. Pretty interesting rock formations though. This is where the road ends. So we're at the Needles Campground A trailhead. I think we're doing the wooden shoe hike. I'm like, let's see, we got Wooden Shoe, Lost Canyon, Peekaboo, Big Spring Canyon. So I think we'll do Wooden Shoe. And yeah, I might turn around early, depending on how it turns out. So I'll keep you posted. We climbed a rock face, and now the trail's descending down into this little valley with all the trees. I was told there's gonna be some water up ahead. Just climbed up this saddle-like area. This is the new valley we've unlocked. Interested to see where it goes. We'll go onward. So I'm about 25 minutes into the hike, and there was a split to choose between Lost Canyon and Big Spring Canyon. 1.5 miles to Lost Canyon, 2.5 to Big Spring. So I decided to go right and go to Big Spring Canyon, so we'll see if it pays off. I thought that rock formation up there looked interesting. The grass and vegetation's starting to get a lot greener and thicker. Let's see what's in this canyon. Getting deeper into the canyon. There's a little critter. See him up there? He just ran up the tree. There was a split in the trail, and I wasn't able to distinguish which way I was supposed to go, so I chose the left way along the creek side, and it's brought me into this little canyon here. My 45-minute timer went off, but I'm gonna go a little bit further and see what else there is. The breeze feels amazing in the shade. So I ran into a hiker, and he told me, I was like, is it just more of this or does it get better? And he's like, no. He's like, there's a plateau and all these cool multicolored rocks about 20 minutes ahead. He's like, it's really awesome. I was like, I could stick it out for 20 more minutes. So I'm excited to share that with you guys in a little bit. The scent of fresh pine and juniper fills the air. We're getting closer to these colorful rock formations. We're about 2.5 miles into the hike so far. It's getting more interesting, that's for sure. Gonna sit down in the shade, drink some water, and reassess. So I'm guessing this giant bowl is the saddle that one guy was referring to about crossing. But look at all the different colors. Oh. It's a canyon that goes down. I hear people. So I'm following the cairns and hiking along this big bowl up here. Pretty cool. It's done the Grand Canyon.
I visited.
Yeah, I visited. I did it.
BS. There's a little secret arch back there.
Get at one point because they started just like you are not allowed to dig a hole because they're just. Oh no, we're not leaving. Not that one.
Cool. Yeah, tried one.
How is it?
It's okay. With like,
With the tower on top of it.
yeah.
All right, so I just got done at Needles area in Canyonlands National Park, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I did this really cool hike. It was probably about 7 miles. It was a big loop, and it was super awesome because there was just this awe. For the longest time, I was trekking through grasslands, and I was like, oh, this is kind of a drag. I was like, does it pay off in the end? And the guy was like, yeah, 20 minutes ahead, you get on this plateau of rocks, and it's really colorful and beautiful. And I'm so glad that I stuck it out, because part of me wanted to just trek out and trek back, and I would have missed the best part, which was all these awesome rock formations like up that you drive past in Needles. So that was really awesome. I'd say the second half of the hike, so I started from Campground A trailhead, and at the trail there's an option to go right or left. I wish I would have gone right instead, because that's the best part, is the right half of the loop, where you're not going through the grassland, but instead you're going on the rocks the whole time. Like, there's cool tunnels you go through, awesome rocks that you scale, and it was just really amazing. I was on the fence about this part of Canyonlands, but after doing it, it was pretty magical. Note to self, if you have the luxury, try to do it earlier in the morning, because you're kind of exposed out in the sun. I was feeling bold and didn't put on any sunscreen. I just wore my Southern Gentleman hat, and we'll see how burned I get. But yeah, I had a really great time at Canyonlands in the Needles portion of the park. Definitely worth the drive down from Moab. Game plan now is to trek back up to Moab and go to Corona Arch, and then make my way towards Capitol Reef and Bryce Canyon. Sunlight is an equation right now. It's gonna take me 2.5 hours to get to Corona Arch, and I may stop at a grocery store for some carbs, because I just feel my muscles just feel depleted right now. So yeah, I might chew on some oats, but yeah, I think I need some easy carbs. Tomorrow they recommended, I hiked with two super nice couple. It was Simon and Ellen. Ellen works for BLM, and Simon is a clinical psychologist. And they were super nice. Like, I was on the fence about going, like, backtracking or keep going, and they showed me their map, and I was like, oh. And so we just chatted the whole time, and they live in Moab, and they were super kind. So shout out to Simon and Ellen. Thank you for being so kind and generous. Yeah, so definitely recommend checking out the Needles part of the park. Way cooler than the Skyland part. Next up, grocery store maybe, and then Corona Arch, and I'll see you later. It's a really big arch right there that I thought looks cool up at the right-hand side. Hole in the rock. Hole in the rock. What will they think of next? Mountains look nice with the sunset.